The magic 30. The time when a woman gives up alpha male hunting for beta male hunting. Why? Because she knows time is running out on the clock. She's looking up at the Jumbotron and she sees time is running out. She's late in the fourth quarter and she's like, oh snap, I better put one in the end zone because if I don't, I'm about to lose this game. I'm about to blow it. So it's very interesting, the age of 30 for women. This really is just the turning point for them. Obviously physically, but also mentally. There is something that mentally triggers in a woman's mind the day she celebrates her 30th birthday, especially the day after when she wakes up. Oh snap, I'm 30 years old. At 30, you just kind of feel like you're old now. Wow, I'm 30. I'm 30. I'm like almost middle-aged. And this is a time when a woman has that epiphany in her head that like, hey, I'm still single. I have not locked down the high value guy. I have not locked down the alpha Chad. What am I going to do? I'm 30 now. What high value guy would want a 30-year-old woman? You know, and she starts to become her own worst enemy, you know, and she starts to self-deprecate. Of course, when she's out with her girlfriends, all those chicks will bullshit her to no end. They're like, no, 30 is a new 20, girl. Party forever. 21 forever. 21 forever. And it's like, no. Not in the real world, right? Not in reality. You could play that shit in the movies, in a J-Lo movie, or some romantic comedy that you see coming out of Hollywood with all that brainwashing like, oh, this 50-year-old single woman with 3 kids, oh, she got rescued by this Prince Charming who's much younger and much more successful. He just bypassed all that because he saw something in her. Now, that only happens in the movies. Does not happen in reality. In reality, 30 is the turning point. Okay, this is why I keep advising these girls to get married before 30, preferably before the age of 25. Okay, before the age of 25, so that you can give your man your youthfulness, your physical attractiveness that will make him feel good about going the distance with you. It'll make him feel good like, okay, I used up her 20s, I used up the best, like the hottest years of her life. I feel like, okay, cool. You know, I got something out of this. Rather than if you're hooking up with this girl in her late 30s or 40s, God forbid, and you're like, what did I get out of this? She was already used up when I got her. You're not going to feel good about that. You're not going to feel good about that purchase, and you're going to have what we call buyer's remorse. You're going to have buyer's remorse. Like a lot of guys who got married, and then they found my program after they got married, and they're like, shit, I didn't know I could get better. I didn't know I didn't have to settle for a 45-year-old woman because I was 45. I didn't know I could get 25-year-olds. I'm like, yeah, son, you can. You can. It's easy. Very easy. There's no reason to settle for these chicks, you know, past their prime, like over 30. So the magic 30 is generally when a woman gives up the alpha male hunting and starts hunting for the beta male. Right? Really the beta male provisioner, the guy who's going to come home at night, the guy who's not going to ghost her, not flake on her, the guy who will actually respond to her text messages or her WhatsApp messages. Now she's on the hunt for this guy because really she feels like she wasted her 20s riding these alpha males who just pretty much banged and clanged, right? Who ejaculated and evacuated and didn't ever commit to her. They never committed to her, you know? So now that she's 30, she realizes like, oh snap, I can't continue on this same trajectory that I had been on in my 20s. Otherwise, I'm going to be single forever. I don't want that. I need to start hunting for that. My forever man. My forever man. Have you heard this term lately with these chicks? I need to find my forever man. The only type of chicks that are going to say this are the DG, okay? The DG over 30. When these chicks hit their 30th birthday and they have that epiphany, they wake up in the morning after celebrating their 30th, that is when they're just like, dude, no more of these alpha males, no more clubbing for a while. They'll tell their girlfriends, I can't go clubbing for a while. I just need to like get involved with community activities. I need to go to church more and then find this high value guy. And you know, sadly, sometimes they do find a guy, like they'll find the beta provisioner, right? They'll find this beta guy and they will be faithful, or at least normal. Let me say that. They can never be faithful, right? Especially these former party girls. So they'll be like normal for maybe the first few months, maybe even a couple of years. If they could last that long, they'll just be normal. But then they'll come this point where they'll be like, I'm bored as shit. I'm bored as shit. My man is just too normal. Yeah, he comes home at night, girl. He has a great job, girl. He's great with the kids, girl. We have a home together, girl. We have a car note together. It's just too boring. I just need some more excitement. I just need some guy to flake on me. I need some guy to push my buttons. I remember that one time this pickup artist pushed my buttons and negged me, and I just went home with it. All right? So it's like I'm missing that action. And then she ends up going out there, going back out to the clubs with her girlfriends. And you might have been in these relationships where these girls bullshit you and tell you, like, you know what? I used to party a lot when I was younger. I used to party my ass off in my 20s. But you know what? I've had my fun. I've had my fun. Now I'm ready for you. And then like a sucker, you buy into it. You put a ring on her finger. You marry the girl, have kids, think it's all like fine and dandy, right? There's no waves or anything. Everything's nice and calm. And then a couple years into your relationship, she starts complaining. I haven't seen my girlfriends. I need to go out. I need to take care of me. What about me? Me, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I need to go out. I need to go out. And then her slutty ass girlfriends that she hadn't talked to in 2 years since she married you starts coming back into the picture. And they start pulling her ass out to the clubs again, and they basically become these ridiculous cougars in the club in their late 30s and early 40s. Like they're these cougars in the club, these cheetahs, whatever you want to call them. They just start sleeping around, right? They're not looking to replace you, but they want to sleep around. And then of course these young guys in the club, or these pickup artists, or not me, but these other guys in the club, these players, they'll like bang your woman, and then she'll go home to you. And that will kind of be your life. She just runs off to the clubs, bangs other guys behind your back, and then she comes home to you while you take care of all the bills. This is why I keep telling you guys, there's a reason these chicks are still single well into their 30s. There is a reason for that. Good women, I will tell you now, good women who are actually good, they always get snatched up in their 20s. They always get snatched up. They have a line of guys wanting to marry them, wanting to make them the mother of their children. Why? Because there's just something feminine about them. There's something nurturing about them. There's something just womanly about them. There's something trusting about them, right? There's something about them that tells them that they're not going to be hopping on the carousel. For the most part, too, I mean, these girls are exactly that. Right? They don't want that. They do want a family life. They do want to find a good man. They don't want to be out at the clubs in their 30s and 40s living that life. They don't want to be going off to like freaking Mexico with their girlfriends to go bang different dudes when they rather be at home with their husband and with their children, because that's what makes them feel fulfilled. These women who are still single into their 30s, this is unfortunately the path that they all follow. I don't want to say all, but I would say overwhelmingly most. They all follow this pattern where they have just been single for too long, and the longer a woman stays single, the less likely it is that she is going to find herself in a relationship. Okay, these chicks will forever remain single. I mean, they pass the point of no return to a point where they just begin to become resentful of men. And if you hook up with these women, you'll notice, if you've dated women in their 30s, especially their 40s and beyond, right? Especially their 40s and beyond, you'll notice there's just this passive aggressiveness they have towards you as a man. So age 30 is typically when a woman, she just stops alpha male hunting and she starts beta male hunting. And, you definitely never want to be that beta male, obviously. But for the guys who fall prey to that because they're not watching coaching videos like this, they're not subscribed to the 33 Secrets, or they just don't know any better, right? They've been raised by the blue pill matrix, by the mainstream media pushing their social narrative to empower your woman, empower your woman. These are the guys who fall prey to these women in their 30s thinking they hit the jackpot. Yup, finally got the hot girl, finally got her, I'm badass, I got the hot girl, not realizing that, you know what, under that hood is a lot of problems. The hotter she is, the bigger red flag. It's like, how come you're not married or something, right? You're pretty hot. Why aren't you married yet? Why are you still single? Bad men. Didn't find the right guy. They always blame it on the dude. Ex-boyfriend was crazy. Yeah, well, who chose that guy? Who chose that guy? So understand, guys, 30 is the magic number for these women for locking down a partner. If they don't do it by then, they're just going to continue riding the carousel. They're going to continue banging different dudes. They're never going to be able to function in a normal, healthy relationship. This is why you don't want to bag one of these girls, especially if you're looking to be to build a family. You don't want to bag one of these girls over 30 because you're going to get your ass handed to you. You're going to see what you're in for. And then you're going to come back to this coaching video and go, shoot, man, M was right. He was right. He was right. And I could have saved a ton of money. Right? I've had a few guys like way in the past like bitch about the cost of my program. And back then it wasn't as high as it is now. But I mean, back then they were like, oh my gosh, it's this much. And I don't need it, it's fine. And then they got married. And then they came back 5 years later, even less than that, going, shit, why didn't I buy that program? Now I'm stuck. Now I'm getting divorce raped. Now she's trying to take my house. She's trying to take the car. She's trying to take custody of my kids. And I'm like, dude, it was all in my program. Quick plug. 33 secrets. Beware of these chicks. Even these chicks heading into their late 20s. If she's still single in her late 20s, like even 28, 29, gotta ask yourself why. Because she's crossing over into sudden death overtime. You gotta be like, okay, girl, why are you still single? How come nobody put a ring on your finger when you're 21 or 22 at that age, right? Because you're obviously old enough. Why didn't you do it? And then listen to her excuse why. There was an old Newsweek article that said a single woman in her 40s is more likely to be killed by a terrorist than find her forever man, than find a LTR who will go the distance with her, like marriage, family, the whole nine. She's more likely to board a plane and get killed by terrorists than she is to find that man. And I know a lot of these feminist bloggers and vloggers and HuffPo and all that tried to debunk that article. And even Newsweek itself tried to retract that article because we entered more of like a PC, feminized, woke environment where everyone's like, it's like cancel culture everywhere. So they tried to retract that article, but you can still find it online. And all of the points are on point. All of the points are super valid and hold true even to this very day. Okay, even to this very day. As I've always said, like the longer a woman is single, the more likely it is she's going to remain single. Because the more guys she's going to sleep with, the less likely she's going to be able to pair bond, the more resentment is going to grow in her head towards men. The more she's going to rely on government and politicians to become her new boyfriend, her new husband, her new daddy. And she's just not going to be able to be feminine anymore. So, anyway, guys, drop your comments below. As always, let me know what you think about these girls turning 30, going from alpha male hunting to beta male hunting, and that epiphany they have for where they wake up and they realize, like, shit, I'm 30 now. I can't get the alpha chads. They're not paying attention to me anymore. Maybe I need to settle for these beta males that I was flaking on throughout my 20s. These beta males that I was ghosting, that I was never returning their texts. I need to start paying more attention to them. It's just funny how the tables turn, isn't it? Super, super funny how the tables turn. The script gets flipped on them overnight, right on their 30th birthday. But again, feel free to drop your comments below. And as always, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Go ahead and smash it right now. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified not only whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube, but also whenever I live stream on YouTube. Okay? That's why you want to make sure you're notified, because whenever I live stream, I don't really announce it, I just go live. So if you're notified, you'll find out right away. You'll get on your cell phone like, M is going live, baby. I got to jump on. And then you'll get to ask questions. So make sure you hit the notification bell as well. And obviously, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Obviously, they don't like promoting this type of content. They just don't. So I need your help by subscribing to my channel. Helps me out a ton, and I would very much appreciate it. And for you guys who want to support all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I am teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s under the age of 30. 8s, 9s, and 10s, the hottest and most attractive looking women out there. Same type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now are out there approaching, closing every single week. And I kid you not, every single week we make this happen regardless of what virus is going on, any racial division, any new president coming into the White House, right? We are making things happen, and we're continuing to grind and live our lives and pick up the hottest women out there. And this is the absolute best way to support my work. And right now the first month is only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lesson from me, so take advantage of it. This is $1 for the entire first month, and all you need to do, real easy to get signed up, just click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video. Peace, I'm out. Just like a rap video.